Hey, what's up, y'all? My name Max Middleman. Hey, I want y'all to subscribe to my page, my YouTube, leave comments, feedback. I always want to know y'all opinions about what y'all got to say about basketball. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just an opinion. But today we're going to talk about who's the most improved player in the NBA. Now, to me, it was a hard decision. Now, it's a list of 6 guys that I really couldn't decide from. 1 being Jordan Poole, 2 being Darius Garland, 3 being Miles Bridges, 4 being Desmond Bane, and 5 being, well, this is a tough one, guys, but I think I'm going to go with, I was thinking Kelly Oubre, but then I had to think about it. Like, Kelly Oubre's been averaging double figures for 2-3 years straight now, so it's kind of hard to put him in it, even though I really want to put him in it. But right now, we'll just do between those 4 guys because I think one of those 4 guys is going to win it anyway. Darius Garland last year was averaging around 17 points a game and 6 assists, which is not bad at all. You're shooting about 44%. Well, he's elevated his game drastically this year. He's averaging 20 points a game and almost 9 assists. And in my opinion, not only is he a most improved candidate, but he most definitely should be an all-star out of the Eastern Conference. But another candidate of mine that really caught my eye, and this guy really blossomed. Like, this guy went from averaging like 6 to 7 points a game to averaging 18 points a game, which is crazy to me. That's like a surmountable leap to the point where you have to put him into consideration, and that is Desmond Bane. He is elevated into one of the best 3-point shooters in the game of basketball today, and he's just a physical 6'4" built guy who's tougher than you think. He's not tall, but he's really developed into a really good 2-guard in this game, a guy that I think is going to be reliable for years to come for Memphis. So he is definitely a candidate. Another guy is Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole, a couple years ago, was on that Warriors team that won like 16 games, and like no one really thought anything of him. You know, he had potential, but I just thought he was just a guy who was scoring points on a shitty team. And then the Warriors came back to the Warrior phases, and this guy Jordan Poole is averaging 18 points a game off the bench, and he has just came out of nowhere. He has blossomed, and he is definitely a candidate. And he's very consistent, so we got to put him up for consideration as well. And my last candidate is Miles Bridges. Now, he's very interesting because I always knew when he was drafted that he had all-star potential. But the problem with him was he just wasn't really getting the notch, and he wasn't finding his range in Charlotte. He was averaging like 13, 12 a game. But this year, he's averaging almost 21 points a game, almost 8 rebounds, and almost 4 assists. That's incredible. Miles Bridges has really developed into a true star in this game now, and I can honestly say he's leaped past Gordon Hayward. He is officially the 2nd best player on the Charlotte Hornets. So I had to think this through. It was a tough decision, but no biasness. It was going to go to Desmond Bane because, to me, when you make a leap like him, to me, you automatically get the word most improved. But since he's been hurt the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, he's missed about 10 to 15 games. It's going to be hard to put him on that list at this point with that many games missed, as great as he's been. So, as much as I want to give it to Jordan Poole because of the record of the Warriors and how much he's developed, I got to go with Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges, what he's doing this year is incredible. I mean, he's developed his game. I've always looked at Miles Bridges as a dunker who can rebound and play some good defense. Now I look at Miles Bridges as a guy who can defend, dunk, shoot, get to the rim, draw fouls, and has really become the true all-star in this game. Like I said, guys, leave your opinions, comments, feedbacks on the comment section. I like to know everybody's opinion. If you disagree, if you agree, like my video, follow me on my social network platforms. Much appreciated. I'm going to have way more topics going along the year. But I just thought most improved was a topic that should be discussed. discussed about early on in the going. We're almost at the midway point, almost at All-Star break, and everybody wants to know who's going to be the most improved player. So, and I haven't really heard too many people talking about it, so I figured I had to bring it up, y'all. It's Max Middleman. I'm out. Love.